Hi, this is Megan, Tori, and Caitlin, and we're going to be talking about heroin. Classification. Heroin is a depressant. Depressants are drugs that reduce neural activity throughout the central nervous system and slow body functions. Heroin is also an opiate or narcotic. These are depressants that are derived from opium. Opiates act like endorphins by lessening pain and anxiety. Morphine, a purer form of opium, was created originally to help Civil War amputees by lessening their pain. Morphine was even stronger than opium, but it was also more addicting. In an attempt to cure morphine addiction, heroin, a purer form of morphine, was created. However, heroin created an even stronger dependence and a higher tolerance. Behavioral effects. Seconds after a person injects heroin, a surge of euphoria arrives. The user's pupils will constrict. They will feel heavy, may nod off suddenly, and jerk back awake. When awake, the person's thinking will be unclear. Their breathing will be slow. They will be vomiting, scratching their arms, experiencing nausea and lack of appetite. They will tend to not make eye contact, sleep more, speak incoherently, or have slurred speech. Over time, there will be a decrease in school or work performance, which could lead to expulsion or losing their job. A decreased attention to hygiene or appearance, and frequent borrowing and not returning of a lot of money, and wearing long sleeves even on hot days.
The initial surge of euphoria is caused by a rush of GABA being released into the system. This causes flushed skin, dry mouth, warmth in extremities, nausea, vomiting, itching, and blocks pain messages received by the body. Later on, this causes drowsiness and clouded mental function, while heart function and breathing slow. And long-term, it can cause deterioration of the brain's white matter, which affects decision-making, behavior regulation, and responses to stress, which can cause the behavioral effects Megan mentioned before. Heroin has a really high potential for abuse. People who are on it risk overdose with every use because a really pure batch will immediately kill you. People will seek their next fix no matter the consequences, and abusers can suffer collapsed veins, bacterial infections, heart inflammation and infections, blood-borne diseases like HIV and hepatitis, and abscesses. Overdoses are caused by heroin's slowing of breathing and heart rate. Lips and fingertips will turn blue, lips and fingertips turn blue, breath gets shallow and slow, skin gets clammy, and people can go into a coma or convulse. But withdrawal is worse. Withdrawal is terrible, so people just keep using and risk overdoses. Withdrawal can cause restlessness, tremors, trouble sleeping, depression, flu-like symptoms, especially diarrhea, vomiting, and chills, and can be fatal to fetuses if the pregnant woman is going through withdrawal. It typically lasts about a week, peaking at 24 to 48 hours after last dose, but with post-acute withdrawal symptoms can persist longer, weeks, months, or even years.
This graph, which was posted in the Day last year, only shows where users died of heroin intake, not necessarily when they took the drug. But you can still see pretty clearly that there's a heroin usage problem in southeastern Connecticut, especially in cities like New London and Norwich. 1 death per year is bad enough, like in Waterford in 2015, but we can see some cities here have 10 or more cases of overdose per year. Looking at this map, which isn't just heroin, but overdoses on all drugs throughout the country, Connecticut is tending towards the higher end of the scale with a lot of red spots, especially in southeastern Connecticut. And the specific rate of drug overdose for New London County is 18.1 people per 100,000, which might not sound like a lot, but it's kind of disturbing, especially when you see that the scale only goes up to 20. So our area is among the highest rates of overdose in the country. Since southeastern Connecticut is a little economically depressed, heroin usage may be more attractive than other, less dangerous drugs because it's cheaper. But what do you think? What about our community is feeding into the heroin epidemic? What can we as a county or town do to prevent people from getting into heroin usage and help prevent overdose with people already using the drug?